Hey, what's up, y'all? It's D. So, I'm about to react to this vid. This one is titled Streamer University was a complete clown show. Oh, okay. I've reacted to several videos that basically depicted it in a positive light where, people got together to network and, get their content off, grow their following, and people seem to think that it was a good thing, but apparently there are others who think it was a clown show for whatever reason. So, I like to consider all sides and hear what everyone has to say. So a couple people requested this, so let's hear what this person has to say and why it was a clown show. Let's watch. Oh, the flower. I did see that in the
Streamers University was an absolute clown show. So if you guys somehow didn't know, over the past weekend, Shanell had his first ever Streamers University where he rented out a real college campus, picked, from what I know, about 100 streamers out of millions of applicants, and flew all of them.
Already, I'm like, I already got some thoughts. I'm gonna hear him out
To this college campus, where for 3 whole days, they get to learn how to be streamers from some of the biggest streamers in the game right now, like Agent 00 and I'm Dante. And of course, they get to stream the entire thing and get a bunch of free content out of it. No. I can't take it off, bro, please. And although the idea of Streamer University was absolutely insane and honestly really cool, outside of a few good moments, it ended up being a complete disaster. It got so bad that Shanell has already admitted he's not sure if he will ever do this again.
I'm just going to say, I do not know if I'm ever going to do this again. I know people want it, and y'all want it, and y'all want it, and y'all want it.
Honestly, I feel like that's probably, well, I'll hear what he has to say, obviously, but if I just had to guess, I would think it's mainly because it seems like it's a lot of work. I even mentioned that in the video, that it seems like that is a lot of pressure on him. Like, he's the dean, and he has to, watch over everyone and make sure everybody in line and has to stick to this role. So that's just a lot of responsibility that I personally wouldn't want. So I think that's probably the main issue that he has, if I'm guessing, but he might say something else.
But we would just have to see in the future time.
So at the beginking of May, which is only 3 weeks ago at the time of me recording this video, Shanell would drop the official enrollment trailer for Streamers University.
I decided to extend to you a most heartfelt welcome to the very first class of Streamer University.
And at the very end of this trailer, they would actually drop the URL to the Streamers University website where you can go apply for it. And almost immediately, the website was overloaded and it would actually crash for hours.
With everybody that applied, so if y'all didn't know, we launched the website. In the first 15 minutes, there were a million attempts trying to get on the website.
Oh.
There was a million attempts trying to get in the website the same time when it dropped in 15 minutes. Website ended up crashing, but
now this wasn't necessarily a surprise. I mean, Call of Duty drops a new game every single year, and for the first 24 hours of that game's release, it's almost unplayable because the servers can't handle all of the people. But according to Kai, a lot of the people that were overloading the servers were people that were never going to get picked in the first place because they either didn't make content at all or very rarely made content and were just hoping for some free promotion.
If you are in the hood and there was no bone in your body to make content, until you see Streaming University, you're not getting in. If you are an inconsistent content creator, meaning you haven't dropped a video or a piece of content in 2 years ago, or even a year ago, or even 5 months ago, and your first time making content again is when you see this, you're not getting in. I'm sorry.
More specifically, he would actually call out OF creators that were applying at Streamers University.
Tell me why there are OnlyFans applying.
Nah.
Talking about how they stream. We're not talking about streaming on OnlyFans. You can't get in. You stream what the... I had to search that up. Can you live stream on OnlyFans? Why do you think you live streaming on OnlyFans will make you come into Streamer University?
And in the moment, this was absolutely hilarious. But this is also where some cracks in the foundation of Streamers University started to appear. Because when Kai would announce all of the people that were in Streamers University, only a few weeks later, one of the professors was actually India Love.
The next professor, India Love, will be teaching her own class.
What's the problem?
India Love,
who is not only an OF creator, but a very successful one at that. Which honestly kind of pisses me off, I'm not gonna lie. Because not only did Kai basically backtrack everything he said about not having OF creators in Streamers University, but this person, who has likely already made millions of dollars off OF, is now taking the spot of somebody who could have really used this opportunity.
But that's a professor, A. B, is she on there busting it open? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but for some reason, I would assume that she's not doing any hardcore sexual content that, he's referring to. I feel like when he initially was making that comment, it's like, okay, we don't want a whole bunch of porn star bitches in here, so I don't think she's that. I feel like I would have heard about it or saw something on Twitter if she was doing something hardcore. So I don't know if that's fair. And a professor versus somebody who's trying to get in as a streamer, that's different.
And just to add the fucking cherry on top, this 304 just started streaming a month ago.
Shut up. He sounds like an incel. I'm gonna just say. All right, I already had some thoughts from the get go when he first started talking. But you already annoying me talking about this 304. Like, this internet incel just terminology irritates me. First of all, and second of all, you saying this pissed me off. Why would that piss you off? Like, some people get a little too invested. Maybe because, I don't know if he wanted to get in, but again, she was a professor and not a streamer getting accepted in.
At the end of April. So after Kai specifically said that he wouldn't take anybody out of the hood that just started streaming because he only wants to have people that care about streaming, he picks a millionaire OF creator that just started streaming a month ago to be one of the professors.
That's a professor.
And of course, while this whole Streamers University thing was going on, all the way up until the very last night, the main clips I was seeing coming out of Streamers University was India Love hopping from meet to meet between DDG.
Meet to meet is crazy. I don't like the incel tone of this video. It's annoying.
And Duke Dennis.
And I'm calling it incel because when I refer to incels, it's just this kind of anti-woman, like online, like angry persona that just is annoying. It's very prevalent online. But making these comments as if she's fucking these people is so stupid because we don't know what they're doing at all, and a lot of them are doing shit for content, but people who are always online, they don't know how to separate reality from content. All right, but a lot of shit that you see these streamers do, it's for content purposes. They're not really like doing shit behind the scenes. They don't really like each other like that. I'm not saying they don't like each other, like they're not cool, but they're not trying to fuck each other or be in a relationship with each other. A lot of this is for content purposes because it's helping their careers. So to say that she's hopping from meet to meet is wild.
Funny enough, on India Love's Instagram, and honestly on a lot of her social medias, it says property of God. But it only took her 3 days at Streamers University to prove that she is in fact everybody's fucking property. Ironically, before India Love was announced, Cooking with Kaya was actually one of the professors that was announced as well.
Cooking with Kaya is another professor, a part of the university.
I don't know she was a professor.
Cooking with Kaya is another professor on the university. I'm pretty sure y'all can kind of see what class that's going to be. Alright?
And although Kaya doesn't do OF, she's damn near close. Like, let's be honest, she's right on the fucking border of that shit. And Kaya was definitely doing a lot more than cooking during Streamers University. But we'll get more into her in a second. But the first day at Streamers University was actually
twerk? That's close.
Everybody was kind of getting comfortable with the situation because you've got to remember, all of these people just found out about this not that long ago and probably just flew out the day before. But there was a few things that happened on day one, like people attempting to sneak onto the Streamer University campus.
No. Come on. Come in my office. Come on, me? Yes. Go to class. That ass. Look what they behind it. I swear I was up over here. I swear I was home. Come on, my boy. Come on, my boy. Dumb ass nigga. You dumb ass nigga. I swear to God, I'm something. And I'm gonna I really want to try to help. Go to my office. I didn't catch you. No, I was trying to get you.
Which is just fucking stupid for so many reasons. There was also a water gun fight at the end of night one, but it wasn't really all that crazy and got shut down by Kai within like 30 minutes. It wouldn't be until night two that the real drama started to unfold. So DDG was there and he was one of the professors. And on night two, he decided to bring everybody that was over 21, which was a lot of the streamers by the way, to one of the bars somewhere near campus.
Hey. Hi.
Yeah, we're gonna get caught by Kai. Can we leave, please?
And there was a bunch of people here, and a lot of them were not from Streamers University. At some point during the party, some random girl would actually go up to DDG and start touching all over his chains. And then for some reason, he would tell her that his name was Black Boy Max.
So what's my name? Yeah, what's your name? Black Boy Max.
Oh, why wasn't he here?
What's your name? Black Boy Max.
Well, obviously, I'm sure people have other obligations, but if he does do it again, yeah, he definitely has like a lot of people that could be like professors in the future.
Black boy, Mac, not black.
Black boy.
No, I said black boy, not black boy.
But that's not why I brought up the party. I just thought that shit was fucking hilarious. But I guess Cooking with Kaya actually had a boyfriend going into the Streamers University.
Of course you think that's hilarious.
That same night or the next morning, her boyfriend would actually see video of her shaking ass at the party.
Oh. Oh, see, this is what I was asking for. Okay, he delivering. I'm talking shit, but he delivered. I was just saying in the last video that I want some behind the scenes tea, okay? Some tea that's not like directly on the streams. So her nigga was somewhere off to the side, streaming outside of Stream University, watching her twerking. Wait.
He asked at the party.
Oh, I see. I think that's her bent over with the white shirt. Oh yeah, that is. It don't look like she's twerking on anybody though. These niggas in the back, they extra.
That's fucking tragic. And it's kind of hard to tell, but if you look closely and pause at the right second, it kind of looks like she's shaking ass on another dude. Because you can see her looking back, and right behind her is some dude with dreads. But it's so hard to tell because I see at least 4 or 5 other arms reaching over to get a nice handful of that shit. Actually unreal. And you know damn well, if he never saw that clip, she would have came straight
he pissed me off.
Like nothing happened, knowing in the back of her mind she was hoeing. But this is what her now
she was hoeing. Shut up. It no shade to this person, okay? I don't like to talk shit about people. But it just gives like just a virgin narration. That's just what it gives. I'm sorry. It's like, what? You know she's hoeing behind the scenes. How the hell you know what she doing? Like what? Wait, what he said?
But this is what her now ex-boyfriend would say right after seeing the clip.
And side note, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. Shut up. I can already tell what's wrong with being a virgin. I've been a virgin all my life. Nothing wrong with being a virgin, but it's something wrong with being a virgin and being upset that you're a virgin and you get no bitches, so you want to project that out into the universe and you bitches are hoeing and you whores. That's the problem. So when I'm using virgin in a derogatory way, that's who I'm talking about. I'm not just saying it's anything wrong with being a virgin, but when you're a virgin not by choice and you mad about it, so you start being on your anti-woman shit, that's when I'm gonna talk shit. And that's just what it's given. I don't know this nigga, I don't know his life, but that's just how it comes across. Because it's like, why are you throwing shots at all these women and like accusing them of being hoes and you know they're whoring and you know, like, what are you talking about? You don't know them.
I have no problem with that. Nigga, I want her to go up, nigga, get that exposure that she needs and go crazy. You feel me? Of course that. I knew that. But nigga, it was just some boundaries that I wanted to set, my nigga. And not trying to control them like that. Nigga, just some boundaries that
that's fair.
Respect,
what he's saying.
You feel me? Like, I just nigga want a little bit of, like, you feel me? Certain shit that I don't want going on.
But honestly, he can't be mad at anybody.
No, that's fair. What he's saying is very fair, and he said that very maturely.
But himself. You can't cuff up a girl whose entire reason she's famous on the internet is because she cooks and then shakes ass for the camera and then get mad at her when she uses one of her only 2 talents at Streamers University. But in all seriousness, this fucking sucks for bro and was probably mad embarrassing. But it would only get worse.
And it's also annoying because the way that he's going in on the women, it's like he's not doing that with the men as well. So that's why it also gives incel, because it's like you're going a little hard on the women.
Because when Kaya got back from the party, she would talk about the situation after seeing all the clips. And she would basically clown on bro.
I was respectful enough to tell him, I still want this, but I just want you to go get established. That's all I was asking for.
Oh, he broke.
I just want him to get established. That's the point where I kept telling him, like, yo, I got so fed up, I was literally telling him, like, go hang out with boys. You have friends out here, like, get out the house. You don't gotta stay with me 24/7. Like, I don't know, I just got frustrated.
That's fair.
It's just, yeah, I am too young.
She said, get your own motion in your own bag.
I just got frustrated of carrying the weight. Y'all, I couldn't do nothing. Like, he didn't let me do nothing. Like, oh my gosh. It was so bad.
Saying that they weren't really together because she wanted him to be more established and that he spent all of his time with her and she wanted him to go spend more time with his own friends. That's actually a crazy statement to say in front of probably tens of thousands of people that were...
He started it and started talking about their fucking relationship. So she like, all right, you want to speak on it? Then I got something to say too. So what are you talking about?
Watching her at the time.
I hate people.
Have likely seen this clip. And she just made bro sound like a fucking loser. And she wasn't done there.
I feel like he really did the most about this situation. The way he's trying to slander my name. Like I'm a whore. First of all, if I was one, that would be embarrassing for you. Like, why would you stay with a whore?
See, okay, he must have said some other shit. Give me the full context. Nigga who made this video, you ain't giving all, you showed the most, this is what I'm talking about. This is the incel behavior I'm talking about, because you showed the most polite clip you could find. And I even said, like, oh, that's fair what he said, and oh, he was mature about it. I'm giving him his props. But apparently what she's saying, it sounds like he was talking shit about her. And he basically implied that she was a hoe and making slick comments about her. So there's more to the story. Tell the full story if you're gonna tell it, and you want to just bash her and not show everything that the nigga is doing. I just hate I hate everybody.
Why would you cry for a whore when she says she wants you to go get established and that she doesn't want to be in a relationship? Why would you literally cry? Okay, like yo, I've never seen a man cry like that. And I'm not men can cry, but it just got to the point where it's like, dang, like every time.
Show the clip of him calling her a hoe.
Anything like that, like you should take like that should be a good thing. I just want you to be established. That's all I want.
And this right here is exactly why I try to tell you boys, if you're in your early to mid-20s, focus on yourself. Chris Breezy tried to tell us over 10 years ago at this point, these hoes are in fact not
my
loyal,
God,
but
I
ultimately
can't.
the night would
I
actually...
gotta go. I'm sorry, the incel commentary is just, it's a bit much for me, all right? I'm gonna keep having to pause the video and keep chiming in and making slick comments. I don't want to keep doing that. I ain't got no beef with this dude, slacking, whatever his name is. I don't know him. I don't know his life. He may not be an incel, okay? I don't want to put that label on him. But the way that he's speaking, that's just what it's giving. You talked about how Streamer University was a clown show, but you mainly focus on the women and how they're whores. and Kai ain't shit because he got a whore as a professor. And he did, like, it just seems like you're doing a lot here. So, you know, there's that. I guess he doesn't like that. You know, there were too many women here and they were whores. Okay, they were on their whore behavior. And that's why Streamer University was a clown show, I guess, is what he's implying. Very confused, but sure. It looks like everybody had a good time, and it seems like it worked out. I heard that a lot of people's followings went up, so that's really good. People were there to network, so it worked out. But yeah, it sounds like Kai is not really feeling it, so I would like to know more about that. I wonder what about this that he had the biggest issue with. So I guess we'll see if he continues this or not. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!